Barry, I'm confused.
Mary, it's not sexual. The moment I learned of my mother's death, I was the baby at her breast.
Oh, I get it. Thank you. Sorry.
That is what I was.
Oh.
The entirety of my being was reflected in that imagery in a way that I can't express it. I wasn't at her breast. I knew exactly where I was. I knew who was with me. I knew what day it was. It was I just did a conference. I was going back the next day. We knew all this. I knew she was going to die. But that moment, that exact moment that would trigger fight or flight in somebody if it was something else, in me, triggered me being at her breast. So we have that. That's who we are. We're the sum of our memories. We're a product of our environment, and our environment gives us our experiences, and our experiences are encoded, and our memories that we use to determine whether this thing is a good thing for me or a bad thing for me, and what happened the last time this happened. And that's where we get our response when we fall down. Enough times we don't fall down anymore. And we don't touch hot things, and we don't cut ourselves. The pain is immense. And I'm on all these things because I have a very, very difficult disease, unknown for most of the people I interface with, called central pain syndrome. And I have the joy and the sorrow of having Dr. Robert Grimm as a mentor and friend of mine who authorized me into the medical marijuana program. I went in and testified on my behalf in court when everybody knew the whole thing was bullshit. Everybody knew the whole thing was bullshit. You know what Dr. Grimm got to testify to the jury? Remember I just mentioned about the expert witness of the Jeremy Christian trial saying he was on autopilot, but the jury didn't get to hear that because of the case law? I said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The juries don't always get to hear the evidence because the evidence has to follow the Oregon Evidence Code. Well, the Supreme Court case, Jennings versus Baxter Health Care, was a 2000 case that you can get on Google Scholar in 10 seconds, but don't do it now. But you can find that case, and it was about Dr. Grimm being an expert in a case of where Dow Chemical and Baxter Healthcare and whoever else, Willamette Hospital, whoever's on the case, they all were saying that Dr. Grimm wasn't qualified under the Oregon Evidence Code to testify that the damage that this woman who was suing these defendants for was caused by their product as determined by him as the expert he was. And they said he wasn't qualified at the Multnomah County Circuit Court, and they said he was at the Oregon Court of Appeals, and then he said he was at the Oregon Supreme Court, and then the case was over because they settled because they knew if he testified they were going to lose, so they couldn't let him testify. That's why they had to go through all this appellate shit. So, Dr. Grimm's Supreme Court case, Jennings versus Baxter Healthcare, about leaky breast implants, talking about breasts again, Mary, don't get too excited. Leaky breast implants, read the case. She was a nurse. She had cancer. She got a breast implant. She wasn't a stripper, like my friend was, might be again, might be doing it right now. So we have different approaches to these things, and that's what I'm talking about, the communication in the culture. What's the culture do when you say the word breast? What's the culture do when you say the word tit? Do they think about a bird? Because there's a bird called a tit.
Not first thing that comes to mind, but yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying about the words. And that's what we're doing right now. We're taking words. I'm subtly, moving the air, triggering your ear to send this message into your brain that you're coding and decoding on these really intricate, marvelous, spectacular levels. Thanks to having Dr. Grimm being an orthonologist and a neurologist. We know these processes take place because we're being, we're living, we're eating and breathing, and all these processes that we do, all these motivations that we have to do things and not do other things and whatever, and we're critters. And the critters have to be able to have an environment that they can relate with. That it's not a mousetrap. Mousetraps trick the mice. Not a good environment for mice. They have mousetraps to trick them and to get killed. They wanted not to get killed. They want to get killed. It's like cheese city, man. That's what slowly green ends with, doesn't it?
No.
Spoiler alert, right? Check out, man. Cheese city. All right, so thank you for doing all this because this is what we do. If you thought that there was a point, it was. There's a point, and we missed it because that's past. And there's another point that's in the future, and we're in the middle, and that's always getting from one to the other. And I have a very nice song that I wrote in jail, and it's written about a number of Elizabeths. That's why it's called Elizabeth. And I can sing what I can remember off the top of my head, knowing that I have it preserved somewhere here. Unlike those things that I had at the now vacant affordable housing that PCRI destroyed. So a songwriter like me writes a song, we write it down, and we remember more than enough, and we forget it, and then we go, oh, wow, that was really tricky. That's why I couldn't remember it. It wasn't tricky if Mary had a little lamb, and Mary had a little lamb. You know, that's not tricky. All right, so the song was Virginity, Bruno, and Chris could never see a future like this. Twist and turn the pupils, let the right moves wove the time warp and web. Elizabeth, it's time we had a new time around here. Don't hold your breath. Just breathe and let the path to the future be clear. Elizabeth, it's time we had a new time around here. Don't hold your breath. Just breathe and let the path to the future be clear. All right, it goes on from there. But the point of it all is, the punchline is, the past is the future once we've been through. That could be Mary's bumper sticker. The past is the future once we've been through.
Oh no.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Remember I told you that when you went on to Google Scholar and got coached by me, it would be a moment in your life that you would be different from that point on?
Uh-huh.
Did you feel any of that yet? Like what the awareness that you've gotten on things you're looking at, just like the dildo thing?
Well, I just posted that one to Twitter. I thought it was pretty funny. I think it will change now because I do have a couple of court cases coming up in Oregon. Now maybe I can actually do some research knowing that there's that tool available. I didn't know about that before.
Okay, well, see, so what I wanted to talk about was Jack Hare's product. And I started by saying that he had a Thompson seedless grape, which we have all kinds of seedless grapes now compared to then, right? I went down to William Connie's place when they had the red seedless grape. It was a new thing. And that would have been in the early 1990s or the late 1980s. We had a red seedless grape. Before that, we had a green seedless grape. And grapes with seeds in them had seeds in them. I don't know if you had any lately. They have seeds in them. And so it changes the whole mouthfeel the experience of biting into the grape. And when you eat something, it has a taste, it has a flavor, it has aroma, it has a chew, it has a mouthfeel. What this is like in your mouth. And you know what? I was a vegetarian for a while when I ate meat, and I was a vegetarian that ate meat on occasions enough to know that the quicker I know for eating meat as a vegetarian, as a person that doesn't eat meat, it smells rotten, and at least the layer of coating on the tongue from the fat that you don't get from eating animal products. Because it's if fat is, here's some science for you, folks. It's really easy. You're going to be smart all the way around sometime we're done this. Because I learned this stuff from the geniuses, but they were my smoking friends and whatnot. You know, we were the ones who were daring enough to even smoke pot when most people. So we smoked it, we grew it, we sold it, we took acid, and we did really amazing things and wrote books and discovered things and had patents and cured people from rare diseases, and these are all personal friends of mine. I'm not bragging, man. I'm not bragging. That's the whole point. If you're not bragging, then you can have friends that are rock stars.
Yeah. You mean treating the rock stars like they're just regular people, not freaking out too much?
Well, Mary, the thing of the day is about the fellows that think about writing me into his book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, might not even be a book, but even to have me be one of the subjects is kind of a cool thing. That hey, you're going to be a chapter. You know, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm more words into it, like something like that. But you know, you're going to be a chapter in my book, Mary Jane.
Oh, really cool. Really cool. Whoa, I'm going to be in the chapter in your book.
I'm closing the chapter for a little while right now. I'm going out to smoke, but yeah, it was good.
Okay, so the point that I wanted to share about our knowledge is that we have this.
I want to point. I want to hear this one before I leave.
I'm speaking kindly now. We have this gentleman who is arguably. That means you get to argue, right? Half the lawyers lose every day. We have a gentleman who's arguably the single most influential person regarding the change of cannabis from being prohibited to being taxed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jack Harrow. Okay.
So he invented the concept of medical marijuana, or not, or recreational.
Want to make plastic?
Plastic.
I think dynamite he made from hemp around.
Oh, Hemp for Victory, which is a reference to the old, what was it for victory? Vegetable or Gardens of Liberty, or what is Hemp for Victory? It's kind of like a World War I propaganda term. World War II? Okay.
Yes, 1942. Walt Disney Studios, as far as I know.
Oh, I see.
But see, here's the thing, Mary.
Yeah.
Here's the whole point of this Wikipedia rewrite stuff that I have to get you youngsters on because I'm a
youngsters, I'm a youngster, hell yeah.
What's the point, Kevin?
Right?
He wants the wiki edit. He wants this guy dethroned.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hemp for Victory. It's when you type my name, Barry Joe Snow, Hemp for Victory, and you get Mary Ann, okay? So let's look at what that means. You know that. Brandon, do you know that? If you go into the search engine, you type in Barry Joe Snow, Hemp for Victory, you get Mary Ann.
Okay, good. So we did good work on Saturday, and we're going to keep doing more good work because we're going to get the real story told.
We'll get your video that you censored me by saying blank when I didn't write blank.
Do you think we should have Brandon read it with the full enunciation of the syllables?
That's the whole thing. Until I'm trying to have my friends who write books. Plural. My friends write books.
My friends write books.
I want to have my friends, plural, who write books, plural. Each one of them put one and one, or they're writing a new one, because the topic of discussion is what is the word that cannot be said.
Hashem. It is the word that cannot be said.
What word in a culture where all the communication is based on language is the word that cannot participate? What is the word that Arabics discovered?
Oh, zero. Zero? Was it zero?
What is the word?
Yahweh. God.
Okay. I have it. I have the word.
Hashem.
I have the one word. I'm going to tell you the word, but I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to make you be able to think about what I'm saying first.
Should you tell it to me off the record? Barry, I'm getting worried.
No.
Is it that offensive? You can't.
One word that we're not allowed to use. So bad that we can't even use it. It's like the Arabs having a zero that means nothing, but it also can if you put it in the nothing in the hits column and the other column has the something, and then you can start doing numbers. You have pi, and you know all that stuff that pi's round. No, pi's square.
Watch out.
Yeah. All right, so
Watch out. I can
You're gonna censor it.
that's all about the zero, which is the thing for nothing. Well, what is the word equivalent of the thing that we cannot use?
The thing that we can't use now? We can't say it or use it?
Yeah. We have it. You were born with it.
Oh!
You were born with it.
Wait, everyone was born with this, or just a certain gender?
It's our natural state.
Placenta? No, I don't know.
We can't talk about it. We have to have another word that means it. Like I was talking to Brandon about, we don't have an animal name for bear. We have a color name for bear because brown, black. That's all we can't talk about it because bears are going to come if we use their name. So we talk about their color. So we don't have a name for bear. We have a color for bear. Bear is polar bear. It's kind of funny because it means the white bear is named after a brown bear. Because the word bear is a word for brown.
Barry, we're so bored we're going to spice this up. In the 17th minute.
So what do you call this word that you're not allowed to talk about?
Something you're born with, but you can't use. Or say.
We don't have a whole bunch of it all over us. We're
So,
surrounded in it. We're underwater in it. We don't even know. It's the empty space between the atoms. And they're all the same thing. It's more a concept. It's more a
Nothing.
concept because you can't use
nothing.
the word.
Or I don't know. I wish I'm literally at the edge of my seat.
Where I come from, Janet Cunningham. When somebody said something, and it was a dirty joke or something or whatever, and she would like insult them in a nice way. She would use the word, one word. Well, two words. One would be your, and then she would say the word.
Oh no. Wait.
Oh no.
It's big, man. It's big. Big. Hey, I'll tell you one way you can find it. The easiest way you can find it is to not pay any attention to it.
Barry, hold on. We got to go. We're at 20 minutes. Let's stop this one.